This isn't a... Is this a real GT40? You're kidding. Oh my god.
It's the first street car built.
How's it going, guys? My name is Chase Farrow. It's like 6:45 in the morning, but today we're gonna go check out some really cool cars and meet my new neighbor. All right, so today, this morning specifically, we're getting ready to go and meet up with a new friend of ours and head over to Cars and Culture. After that, we're gonna try and hit Tuned Originals, and then this evening we're gonna head over to Dusold Designs and check out Dusold Designs open house. So we got a full day. Oh, and what a way to start it. Now, I mentioned my new neighbor. Well, he's not technically a neighbor, because he lives in Allen and I live in Anna. But if you're from Texas, a 15-minute drive, they're your neighbor. I think you might already know him. If you follow my channel, you follow me on Instagram, there's a really high probability that you probably also follow him as well. What's up, man?
What's good, bro?
How's it going?
Ah! This dude had my fucking alley blocked, so I had to go around.
I was like, which way is he coming from? So let's see, we're going now to, what is it called? Cars and, I didn't even look at it.
Culture?
Cars and Culture. Well, hell yeah, let's get on the road, man.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, how cool is that? I guess, you know, he moved down here from Las Vegas. He's new to the area. It just so happened that he moved like 15 minutes away from me. So I'm sure we'll probably be seeing quite a bit of crossover stuff between the two of us. So that'll be pretty cool. I'm always happy to have more Corvette friends to do events with, so should be sick. But in the meantime, we're gonna try and survive Highway 75 and make our way down to Grand Prairie for Cars and Culture. Whenever I'm next to him, it makes me wish my car didn't have mufflers. But then, I know I would hate it. I would hate driving it, so. Anyways, we're here. So let's go check out this show. That's pretty. I like that. Yeah, buddy. Got a couple of Corvettes here. Got some old stuff over there. Hell yeah. I didn't expect it to be this big. I don't know if the camera picked that up, but that sounds so good.
That's the Roadster over here. That was like, bruh.
Oh, can I see you?
This car is so cool. Appreciate it.
This one's yours?
It's a little more petite.
Yeah,
cool.
it's like a shrunken, like,
We know that.
Soon.
That's very nice of you to say.
It's very creative. I love it.
It's very unique. He spent a lot of time. It's an old World War II airplane route, but yeah.
It's ridiculous. Oh wow, look at that hood.
It was either a 2J or an SR20.
Soon. Unfortunately, I didn't film that much at this event. Ooh, the ZL1. Unfortunately, I'm not that good at this whole YouTube thing. I come out to events like this fairly regularly, and I know a lot of people here, but I was planning on filming more of this one. However, two things. One, I tell myself I'm going to film. I start walking around, and every 10 feet I run into someone I know, and we end up chatting for like half an hour. The other thing is, a lot of times at meets like this, they're always playing copyrighted music. But now what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and get over to Tuned Originals up in Louisville, hang out there for a bit, and then after that we'll be going to Dusold Designs open house, which I'm really looking forward to. So might try and grab a couple of pictures and then get on the road. All right, just got here to Tuned Originals. Got my car somewhat cleaned up, but like low effort cleaned up. It is actually, it's gotten surprisingly warm. It was not this warm when I got up this morning, but we're here. Go see if we can find some of my friends. FD. Oh, yeah, look at these. Oh, wait, is that Miggy? And this is the back of the lot. This is where I got relegated to. They didn't believe me when I told them it was an FD. That is what I really want to see.
Right there. See the hole? You have this turn right there.
Hey.
Probably just
that.
chill, bro. Full click. Yeah, just two.
Got some Hondas, Miata, other stuff.
Never like
and it's not stanced. Oh, it's so good. It's an S15. It isn't stanced. Spec ass. Right hand drive. Of course, over here we got the I think it's the Dark Star. Yeah. Man, it's one hell of a build, man. Every time I see this, there's more. SEMA show exhibition. That's cool. Jeez. He's insane. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Good.
New wheels, homemade
Dude.
splitter.
Oh.
Homemade to the point where
Okay. Okay.
this is a little
Every time I see it, there's one more body panel on it. So what did you use for the splitter?
so MDF, it's still wood, but it's super durable, dude. It's just strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, most track cars you see, they're not running like full carbon splitters because they're too expensive to produce.
But they're too light still.
Yeah.
They're not rigid. This was my prototype. I didn't have one solid piece of carbon fiber, so I seamed two pieces.
Okay, so is that the
This is the
the
seam.
okay, I got
Yeah.
you. So is this actual carbon overlaid on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done that now, and then I ripped
Oh,
off.
these are new.
I've had those.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. Now, are you gonna put the cross beam on there or no?
I f***ed it up.
Oh no.
So I kind of like it. It's kind of a style. It's
Yeah,
kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
So I ripped my bumper off, and I ripped the fiberglass. So I repaired the fiberglass on the other side, but I still could see the tear.
How did you do that?
Just being dumb. I literally
Story of
was
my life.
a slight right onto a frontage, and I just gassed it, and my diff, since it's welded, just fucking ass kicked out.
Oh man.
That's OEM Nissan.
What, for like a pace?
That's
like a safety car? Or?
This is OEM Nissan emergency light.
Oh,
I have the
okay.
box. I have the actual
Ooh, that
box.
steering wheel looks good. Dang.
OEM.
look at that.
OEM is fuck, dude.
Dude, that's super cool. You got this car,
A year and a half ago.
yeah, and it was pretty much stock.
Trashed.
And it wasn't in
It was not nice.
super awesome condition, but it's crazy how much this thing has evolved. Now, what made you decide to go to these wheels?
It's just a 5-spoke that I've wanted.
I mean, they look good.
These wheels are American, or no, not American. They're JDM. They're called Racing Hearts CXs.
Okay.
They're old like Supra wheels. So if you know the old like the Fast and Furious Supra,
Yeah.
those wheels were Racing Hearts. They're a slightly different design though, where it has like more cut out in the center.
Yeah, so it's like got more of this bevel here.
It's in the center though.
Oh, it's in the okay.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not a
so it's
split
wider
spoke.
here.
Yeah. Oh, and actually the rears are double drilled. They're 5x1 14.3 and 5x100 on the rears.
So this is one thing that I don't know if you JDM guys know how good you got it, because we have the stupid bolt patterns.
What, 5x100?
No,
that's-
I've got mine's 5x4.75, or in metric it would be 5x120.65. Yeah, it's really stupid.
Dude, I thought my truck was bad. My truck is 6x4.5
Dodge.
for Nissan Frontier.
Really?
I can't put any wheels, but certain, very, very certain makes.
Womp womp. I was in high frame rate.
I don't either. It's like pretty hilarious.
Man, Okay, R34 style wing on the R32. Interesting. All right, so I just got to Dusold Designs to the open house. And right off the bat, I mean, look at some of the cars here. I don't know if y'all can really see a whole lot. There's a lot of people, but sun's going down, so I'm gonna try and film like the cars outside. Look at this. Sun's kind of starting to go down, so I'm gonna film outside stuff. Then we'll go into the shop and we'll check out some of the projects that he's got going on. This thing is unreal, dude. I mean, look. This is a Pikes Peak spec 69 Camaro that Mike designed and built. Thing is absolutely unbelievable. You might have seen videos of it like at Circuit of the Americas or Grid Life. I mean, I'm sure you've seen it somewhere. If you follow Pikes Peak stuff, you've probably seen this car. And man, I mean, it's just an absolute work of art. Now this thing is well north of 1,000 horsepower, if I remember correctly, and produces, if you can't guess, a lot of downforce. Unfortunately, I actually had a little bit of a crash at Pikes Peak this year, but amazingly, within just a few weeks, had it back together and ready for its next event. It was not a pretty crash either, so it was pretty amazing what they were able to do in such a short amount of time. I mean, just a few weeks it was back out on track, and I think even made it to Road Atlanta this year. I've been wanting to see this car in person for a long time. The funny thing is I've been over here to Dusold Design Shop, and it's just never been here whenever I've been here, so finally getting to see it. Phenomenal. Ford GT. Look at that.
No, it's a brand new one.
Look at this thing. This is carbon front bumper. That is. Wow. Wow. Look at this interior. It's got a very similar display, looks like, to Jason Bottenfield's Texaco Camaro, which actually should be here somewhere. But look at the carbon on the doors.
Are you hungry?
And then if you've ever watched any LS Fest stuff, you've probably seen this guy before. This beautiful GT350. Man, this thing is long. Look at that, another fantastic looking Mustang. And then there's this. This thing.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
It's reasonably clean. Look at that Trans Am. That is just iconic. We'll go inside of the shop here in just a minute. There's some crazy, crazy, crazy cool stuff in there. Spoiler attach area. Look at that. Very cool. Ooh. Oh man, look at this E46. Like, when I tell you, these guys design some of the most incredible race cars. I mean, it. Look at that. Wow. I think the last time I was in here, we were looking for a fuel pump, I think for Tyler's Camaro, and this was kind of under construction, and it wasn't quite put together. But geez, dude. Push only, do not step on brake pedal. Man. And no, that is not rap.
The 996 all-wheel drive car, and put the 74 body on it. The shock towers for the 996 actually stuck out past the hood. So we designed our own front suspension for it that actually uses Corvette spindles and everything, and a cantilever setup so that we can get the suspension underneath the hood but still retain the all-wheel drive. So this car is a 6-speed all-wheel drive. It'll have about 900 horsepower by the time it's all said and done. Yeah, it's a 6-cylinder. It's a 3.8 liter 6 from a, I want to say it's an 06 996 that we started with. It was a beautiful silver cab, turbo cab Porsche that we just took us. We made it better. It's better, Jack. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a street car, but it'll be a really fast street car. We wanted it to look like kind of like an homage to the vintage ones, which is why we kind of have the BBS style of wheel on it. It's got the Hoosiers on it because they're DOT legal, but they look like slicks, so it'll kind of. The goal is like when you show up, people think you're showing up to dinner in a race car. Yeah. This car is a race car. It's getting a setup very similar to my Camaro on the engine. We're building a twin turbo 7-liter engine. It'll be about 1,300 horsepower, sequential transmission, bunch barrel, caged. Like this car should be a time attack monster. It's supposed to be kind of wrapping up and starting to go back together here in the next week or so. So it'll be on track before too long.
Good.
Oh, there's Jason. So, if any of you guys don't know, this is Jason Bottenfield, his Texaco Camaro. So this may look like an old Camaro, but it is a supercharged LT5? LT5 made it to a SATAV sequential long tail transmission. Big monster brakes. This thing, I mean, dude, every time I see it, it doesn't have to change, but it just makes me smile.
Yeah,
I love it. Cool.
I love it.
Love seeing this thing. Man, what a car. Man, how did SEMA go?
All right.
It looked like.
Good on the road course. I didn't. I had glazed rotors on the front, so I didn't have any front brakes. So,
Ooh, that's
so I couldn't
ideal.
couldn't get the car to stop and turn.
I definitely can't miss this Pantera here.
If it's steel. Yeah. But, yeah, we're looking at possibly trying to do those out of carbon.
Wow.
There's so many stories about that.
They were doing some other stuff too. I heard they were changing VIN numbers and stuff like that.
It's not very often that I go places and feel like I have the lamest car here, but I mean, look at some of these things, dude. This place is just, oh man. Man, what an incredible lineup of cars. That's cool. That's pretty neat. I don't know how I feel about having both the spoilers on there, but the SVJ style spoiler actually looks shockingly at home on this. That's pretty cool. I'd probably do one or the other. Holy crap. Wait a second. Is this real? This isn't a... Is this a real GT40? You're kidding. Oh my god.
It's the first street car built.
Oh my god. When I saw the steering wheel, I was like, wait a second.
Jackie Stewart delivered this car when it was new.
Wow.
Is that an aluminum body?
It's fiberglass.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I was surprised too. I always thought they were aluminum.
Yeah. I've seen them in aluminum before. But the aluminum might actually be a reproduction.
I can't imagine if you took one of these things and ran that car 220 down
Down the Mulsanne straight. Oh my god, yeah. What? I mean...
Yeah, it's like a go-kart.
I mean, the thing is, I mean, modern race cars are one thing, but to get into one of these and say, I'm going to spend the next, 8 hours, in the middle of the night, rain.
What's interesting, down below the doors, that line down there, this fuel tank's on both sides.
Yeah. That's where the fuel sits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, that's safe. But
So
I've got a World War II Jeep that sits on the gas tank, so
yeah.
have we ever survived?
Yeah, this is a little bit different category doing 220. And what are those at the time were like buy supply?
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's like, could you...
Say, I can remember in 1960, 68, 69, I remember how Neiman Marcus would do his and hers things. And I remember in Fort Worth, they had his and hers GT4s. At the time.
I know it's... I'm not exactly of the income bracket to ever have been curious enough to look into this, and I know asking is a little bit gauche, but what are roughly these? I mean, if you could even put a price on the first.
I haven't seen one for sale. you know.
I was about to say, like, if anyone.
But they're up there. We've gone to Monterey a couple of times and out to Amelia Island, and there's cars out there that just drop more money than
Wow. I don't even want to talk too loud around it. Look at the gauges. Wow. Original paint?
I don't believe so.
They posted on LinkedIn when they originally took this in that they were doing a repaint of it, but it's as close to the original.
Yeah. Well, when Jack got it, it was set up.
What an incredible thing. All right, we are back here in my garage because despite the fact that I took 4 batteries with me, I managed to exhaust all of them. Thankfully, the last one managed to hold on until I had filmed that amazing Ford GT, so we didn't miss out on that. The main reason that some time has passed is because I wanted to wait until I was able to announce / show a teaser for something that I'm working on for next year. So myself and Jason Bottenfield, whom you saw in the video at Dusold Designs with the Texaco Camaro, have been working on a new show all around grassroots racing where we'll be having people like Mike Dusold and other people within that Time Attack, Optima, Pikes Peak community talking about their experiences in grassroots, how they got into it, and answering a lot of questions that I know a lot of people have, because if you've ever wanted to get into racing like at Grid Life or Global Time Attack, you know, it's kind of a confusing world. It seems like there's a lot of barriers to entry, and so our objective is to kind of help shed some light by bringing on industry professionals and people who've been there and done that. So we're super excited about that, and here's a quick teaser of that project. Are you doing Good Guys next year?
I didn't get to do any this year because the first year NOLA was running, so I missed it, or the first event, and whatever it is, March, April, something like that. And then in September, I burnt the car up at Daytona. So I missed that one.
Well, I went out. You didn't miss a whole lot. I mean, it was still a fun day.
Yeah, those are so.
But you didn't miss a whole lot. The one in March, the surface.
Well, LS Fest I went to. Remember, you were there.
Yeah. But the Good Guys in March, they did it on. So you know how at LS Fest where they did
it's on the other side.
Yeah, Good Guys.
Yeah,
they did
it's
on
always
that other side.
That's small.
It's small, and that surface is not good.
See, the only difference, like, that's small, but like a little bigger and a little longer, where you get more speed, is where it gets sketchy. When it's that small, that first straight where they usually run it on the where the fans would be here, and you run it straight, that's probably your fastest part because it's kind of a whole shot out, a little bit of some kinks, but it's probably your fastest point, and that's where people could have an issue. But the rest of the course, you're going so slow that you would just spin around and stop in place.
I was Good Guys this last year in March.
There.
I was just having a nightmare of it. And so I didn't have time to get the car realigned, so I went up there like basically with a highway alignment, and the car was just so non-compliant. It was probably about maybe 60 degrees and cloudy, so there was no sun really like getting the surface good, and it was just greasy, and the car I kept having lockups on my front right at one particular spot. It was just non-compliant, but that's how it is, you know. To me, that's part of the fun, I think, of events, because it's like those weekends, like sometimes you'll have those weekends where it's just an absolute nightmare. The car is just, you're not having much fun in the car. But then there's the weekends. I was super happy with the car at LS Fest, and all I really changed was I changed my suspension settings a bit, but it was mostly just getting my alignment right, and it felt fantastic. My only regret was I know I could have gone half a second faster. So we are super excited to get that out to you guys. This is something that we've been talking about for a while, and we're just super, super, super stoked to finally get that ball rolling. In addition to that, this next year, I've got a lot of stuff coming up. if you remember my buddy Dallas from the previous videos, from the rally videos, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff together next year. We've got more trips, more rallies. We're going to Grid Life. We're going to a few things that I can't say just yet, but we're unbelievably stoked. You might see I've got my regular street bumper on the sawhorses over there. Front bumper is over there because I'm working on some new aero stuff for the front. And I've got a alternate rear bumper on here right now because I'm playing with a few new designs for what I'm going to be running as my track day rear bumper next year. So yeah, got a lot of stuff going on. We're super excited. I'm ready to get this ball rolling. So this is going to close out the year for me. I'm going to keep plugging away on some of these projects. I've got a couple of videos currently in the works, including a big brake upgrade and some other really, really fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for following along. And this next year is going to be a lot of fun. Until then though, drive safe, throw your car batteries in the ocean, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.